On this Monday, we want to welcome Davin Underwood from Little Deer Cafe, just over the line there in North Carolina. Over today, beautiful drive over today.
Yeah, nice day, just over the line, but certainly much colder.
Oh, a little higher up,
Sure is.
over there in the high country. But today we're
27
talking about
this morning.
27.
Yes.
Ooh. It's March. Come on. Oh, man. You know, we're talking about some things today that I think are staples for a lot of folks in their meals that they do every day. And you're starting off with biscuits this morning.
Yes. I make these buttermilk and baking powder baking soda biscuits at the cafe, and they're very popular. They get a lot of rave reviews of being fluffy biscuits, not crumbly biscuits, flavorful, buttery, all of that above. And I know that a lot of people, especially in the South, have biscuits with multiple meals a day, not only breakfast. You can have a biscuit with anything. Chicken and biscuits is very delicious.
Some people make biscuits all day long, and I have a feeling you make biscuits a lot. So.
I've made my fair share of biscuits. I don't know how many, but if I had $1 for every one, I may not be working.
I heard that. You wouldn't be here today. But show us how you get started.
So it's, like I said, it's baking powder and baking soda in the mix, and there's all-purpose flour, butter, real whole butter, salt, sugar, and buttermilk. And that's all you do. You mix it until it comes to this. You put the butter in, and you can use a pastry blender and cut it in like you do, or I use a food processor like I did.
Do you use room temperature butter, cold butter? What do you use?
The butter should be cold for the biscuits. Like I showed you on the scones when I showed you to do scones. It's kind of the same thing, except there's no flavor, no other additives in this. So you make it into what we call a shaggy mass, and it looks like this.
That's a good, that's a good descriptive name for that. It really is.
Yeah, well, it really tells what it should look like. So,
and you really don't want to overwork it.
No, that's the worst thing you can do for these is to overwork it. You want to keep it. It's going to be sticky, and you just have to use a lot of flour to keep it off your hands. And you want to mix it just until it comes together a little bit by hand or with your mixer, and then. And even all the flour doesn't need to be moistened. Just most of it. Get the major clumps out, and then you will patty your dough into whatever. I usually do a circle because it's the shape of the cutter. You just do this until it's about 1/4 of an inch thick. That's another problem a lot of people experience with their biscuits when they tell me I make these biscuits and they're not coming out right, they're not rising enough. And I always ask if they have the baking powder and the baking soda in there and how thinly they are pattying out or rolling their dough, because if it gets too thin, it will not have enough stuff to lift.
And I can actually see the chunks of butter in there. And you know that when you bite into that, you're going to get that buttery goodness.
Absolutely. And also it provides the steam from cooking provides more lift to the product, so making it a lighter and fluffier biscuit. That's why you want it to be cold.
And the times I have tried biscuit, that problem that you said about them coming out too thin, that's what I ran into.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm learning something.
And I said 1/4 of an inch. It's really about a 1/2 inch thick to an inch. I didn't bring my flour to patty my hands, but and there you go, something like that. Still looking like a shaggy mass, you see.
And then just cut them out.
And you cut them out. I use a 3-inch cutter. You can use the top of a cup. If you have one of those glasses, would be just fine to cut it out with, whatever you have.
Like that, Exactly.
You just cut out circles. You could cut out squares, triangles, whatever you'd like.
And this is just one of the many types of breads and pastries that you have at Little Deer.
Oh, yes. I brought some other morning breakfast pastries here. I made sticky buns, these pecan sticky buns.
Look at those.
And the cinnamon rolls are my absolute favorite. I eat multiple of those a day. They're so delicious. I've tried cinnamon rolls from other places, and they just don't compare.
Quality control. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do my fair share of it, and gladly.
And what do we got over here?
Those are pecan blondies. Those are very popular. They are brown sugar and pecans, and it has a butterscotch flavor. I put rum extract in those to complement that butterscotch. I think it really lends itself to that.
Kind of brings it out.
This is. Oh, go ahead.
No, we're going to come back. I hate to cut you off, but we're going to come back here in just a few moments. We're going to talk about another dish, coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Looking for that. It is Little Deer Cafe, located right there on Mitchell Avenue in Linville, North Carolina. If you'd like to find out more, check out their website, very good website, or give them a call right there at that number on the screen.